What is up, YouTube? This is Zach, Dreamedia Home Theater. If you guys are not a subscriber already, make sure you smash that subscribe button down below and give me a big thumbs up on this video. Today, I am going to be bringing Joe with Tributaries and Clarus cables here on a Zoom meeting, and we're going to be discussing the importance of high-end digital and analog cables when you're running high-fidelity systems like these, which I have in the house. If you guys would like to purchase anything home theater related, make sure to reach out and show your support. We have all the industry-leading best brands and the guaranteed lowest price with nationwide free shipping. We would love the opportunity to earn your business. All right, let's go ahead and get into this meeting. What is up, guys? This is Zach with Dreamedia, and today I got Joe with Clarus Audio on the line. We are going to do a Zoom meeting and discuss audio cables, specifically analog and digital, and why you need them. How you doing today, Joe?
I'm doing great, Zach. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for coming on again. I really appreciate your time. So if you could just start with analog audio.
Okay, well, in analog audio, there's basically two different types of cables that we use for analog audio cables for interconnects. And this would be, let's say, between a preamp and a power amp, or between a DVD player or CD player and a preamp for the audio portion. And one is cables that are terminated with RCA connectors, and then the other one is terminated with XLR connectors. Now, the interesting thing about that is XLR connectors use a type of a technology called balanced audio. First developed for use in microphones, because what they found is they could take this cable and try making it 30 feet, and they'd have all kinds of hum and buzzing and noise in the cable, and it was too loud. So came up with this idea of balanced audio. And balanced audio is kind of interesting to talk about, because what it does is it eliminates noise that's induced from outside sources into that wire, which is where the buzzing and hissing and hum comes from. So it lowers the noise floor. And the RCA cable, however, is called a single-ended analog cable, and that's just a solid center conductor and a ground. Whereas the balanced audio has two signal conductors. One is a plus signal, and the other one is a minus, or an inverse of the plus, or reversed. And then it also then has a ground. So it has three connections where the RCA only has two. And it has the ability to take the noise that may be induced in that cable and eliminate it by summing the outputs of the two. So it takes a positive and then subtracts the negative from it, and noise goes away. It's really a fabulous invention, and it's very simple and elegant, and it's always the case. So here's the deal. Here's the bottom line of that. If you have components that have XLR connectors on both ends, in other words, the preamp and the power amp, then always use a balanced audio rather than a single-ended audio, because it definitely does sound better. So those are the two types, and we make those in both Crimson and in the Aqua version.
Awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to put some of these into our systems. As you guys have seen in our YouTube videos, for our higher end setups, we're always doing separates, a preamp and an amplifier using those XLR cables. So let's go ahead and get into the next topic, which is digital audio cables.
Digital audio. Now we're into the future here, because digital audio, of course, is where everything is happening in digital audio. Downloading high definition music. I mean, it's fabulous. I mean, the ability to listen to whatever you want, wherever you want. Yep. And it requires digital audio cables to do that if you're going to put it into your system. And there are three different digital audio cables. One is coax digital, which uses RCAs. So it's one cable with RCAs. Then there's a USB. And that is a USB cable, and we're all familiar with USB. And this would be a cable that's USB-A on one end and USB-B on the other end. So you can tell which is which. And then there's another one called AES-EBU cable, and that cable is terminated with XLRs. It's a digital cable, 110 ohms, so it's not a standard audio cable. It is a special cable. So we make all three of those cables, and depends upon the system and what is being used. But our coax cables, our RCA coax cables, are the center conductor is all silver plated, and then we use multiple shields around it because we're dealing with a very delicate digital signal, and we want to make sure it's non-corrupted. There's no corruption in any of the digital signal as it gets from the beginning to the end.
I feel like out of all the cables, this is probably one of the cables that people don't really think about, but it has to be the most important because that's where the content's starting.
It is. Yep, it is. So that's what happens with those cables. And so the digital cable and then the USB cable, and the USB cable is designed, again, to have extremely low noise, because one of the difficulties or the challenges in USB cables, you have a power cable right next to a data cable inside the same jacket. They're running together. So the thing is, how do you keep the data and the power from interconnecting with one another? So what happens? Yeah. So what we do is we shield them very heavily. So they're heavy conductors and heavy shielding in order to keep these signals separate and not interfering with one another.
Yeah, that's really important. We actually discussed that on the YouTube channel whenever we're talking about pre-wires. So it's kind of the same concept. When you're wiring a home, you got to keep those power cables separate from your audio cables as well as the data cables. If not, how many times have you guys seen me complain about balance messing up because it's getting noise?
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, one of the other things that we do with all our audio cables is we use what's called twisted pair design. Mm-hmm. Twisted pair means you're taking the two wires and you're twisting them together, and the twisting eliminates noise.
Yep.
So that's on the audio cable side. So that's the difficulty with power cable right next to an audio cable, is the magnetic field, the electrical field that's developed in the power cable will induce noise right into the audio cable. You know who invented twisted pair wire?
I don't.
You know who owns the original patent? Alexander Graham Bell.
Okay.
He developed it because he had the problem with his telephone wires.
Ah.
He holds the original patent in 1881 on that. And he found the problem that if he just took two parallel wires connecting the telephones together, had all kinds of hum and noise on them. Then all he did was he found out that if he twisted them together, made a nice twisted pair, noise went away.
Perfect.
And it was because they have that ability to eliminate noise because of that configuration. So yeah, that's really cool stuff.
Nice. Well, I really appreciate you coming on today and educating us about the different types of audio cables available. We're really thrilled to offer this to our clients and really deliver the maximum experience through all the products that we sell them.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me on.
All right, Joe. We'll see you later.
Okay. Take it easy. You have a good day. Bye.
All right, guys, that is a wrap on digital and analog high-end cabling. If you guys would like to maximize the potential of your system, make sure to reach out and we will get you that guaranteed lowest price with nationwide free shipping. We have all the industry-leading top brands, manufacturers to choose from, and would be happy to find something that fits your exact needs and budget. All right, guys. Well, if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up and smash that subscribe button down below. Till next time, this is Zach with Dreamedia Home Theater. Thank you for watching.